Hey everyone, welcome to Breakdown Movies. Today we're diving into a Minecraft movie, the super popular 2025 film that's got everyone excited. If you haven't seen it yet, don't worry. This video will explain the entire story in simple English so you can understand everything step by step. It's like watching the movie without leaving your seat. If you love adventures, funny characters, or just want to know what this Minecraft movie is about, you're in the right place. We'll cover the whole plot, the characters, the world, and all the big moments. No spoilers will be left out, so you'll know exactly what happens. Ready? Grab a snack, hit that like button to support the channel, and let's jump in. Oh, and if you enjoy this, please subscribe and ring the bell for more movie explanations. Drop a comment below. Have you seen a Minecraft movie, or are you here to decide if it's worth watching? Let's get started and explore this blocky adventure together. Okay, let's start at the beginning. A Minecraft movie opens in the real world, where we meet four main characters. They're ordinary people, but they all feel stuck in their lives. The movie does a great job showing us who they are and why they need an adventure. First, there's Garrett, a guy in his 30s who's nicknamed the Garbage Man because he works as a trash collector. Garrett used to dream big. He wanted to be an inventor. But life got tough, and now he feels like he's failed. He's kind but grumpy, always wishing for something more. Next is Natalie, a shy teenage girl who loves art but doesn't believe in herself. She's quiet and feels ignored by her family and friends. Then we have Henry, a super smart teen who's great with computers but struggles to fit in at school. He's a bit nerdy and loves solving puzzles. Finally, there's Dawn, a funny and tough woman who works at a boring office job. Dawn's loud and confident, but deep down she's tired of her routine life. The movie shows us their lives in a quick way. Garrett's collecting trash and sighing as he looks at old sketches of his inventions. Natalie's drawing in her notebook, but hides it when her classmates laugh. Henry's fixing a computer, but gets bullied for being a geek. Dawn's at her desk joking with coworkers, but staring out the window, dreaming of adventure. They're all different, but they have one thing in common. They feel like they're not living their best lives. One day, something strange happens. The four of them are in the same city, and they all notice a weird glowing light coming from an old arcade machine in a random shop. They don't know each other yet, but they're curious. Garrett's walking by and sees the light. Natalie's nearby, sketching. Henry's there because he's into old tech, and Dawn's just passing by after work. The arcade machine has a game called Minecraft on it, which none of them have played before. When they touch the machine, there's a big flash, and boom, they're sucked into a portal. This is where the movie gets exciting. The screen goes bright, and suddenly they're not in the real world anymore. They land in a strange, colorful place made of blocks, like giant Lego pieces. The ground is square, the trees are blocky, and everything looks like a video game. They're confused and scared, but this is the Minecraft Overworld, the main world of the movie. The portal closes behind them, so they're stuck here. They start arguing. Garrett's mad, Natalie's nervous, Henry's curious, and Dawn's just loud, but they realize they need to stick together to figure out what's going on. The overworld is beautiful but weird. There are green plains, tall mountains, and rivers, all made of blocks. Animals like pigs and sheep wander around, but there are also scary things like green monsters called creepers that explode if you get too close. The four characters don't know how to survive here, and they're freaking out. That's when they meet someone who changes everything. Steve, a guy who lives in this world and knows all its secrets. But we'll talk about him in the next part. Quick question for you. Have you ever felt stuck like these characters? Let me know in the comments. It'll make this video more fun if you share. Let's keep going and see what happens next. So, our four characters, Garrett, Natalie, Henry, and Dawn, are in the Minecraft overworld, totally lost. They're surrounded by blocky trees and weird creatures, and they have no idea what to do. That's when Steve shows up, and he's the coolest guy in this world. Steve is a tall, friendly man with a beard and a blue shirt. He looks like he belongs in the overworld, carrying a pickaxe and a sword like it's no big deal. He finds the group just as a creeper is about to explode near them. Steve jumps in, pushes the creeper away, and saves them. He's super calm and says, "Welcome to the overworld. You're gonna need my help." The group is confused but relieved to meet someone who knows what's happening. Steve explains that the overworld is a huge world made of blocks like a giant sandbox, You can build anything, but you have to survive dangers like monsters and hunger. He tells them they're in a place called Minecraft, and the only way to get back home is to find a special portal. But it's not easy, the portal is far away, and they'll need to travel, fight, and learn how to live in this world. Steve agrees to guide them because he's been alone for a long time and likes having company. The movie spends time showing the group learning the basics of Minecraft, and it's really fun. Steve teaches them how to punch a tree to gather wood blocks. They're clumsy at first. Garrett punches too hard and hurts his hand, which is hilarious. They use the wood to make a crafting table, a special block that lets them build tools. Steve shows them how to craft wooden pickaxes, shovels, and even a sword. Natalie's nervous but gets excited when she crafts her first item. Henry's a natural because he's good at figuring things out. Dawn's loud and keeps joking, saying, "This is like chopping wood with my bare hands." They also learn about surviving at night because that's when monsters come out. Steve explains that zombies, skeletons, and spiders attack when it's dark, so they need to build a shelter. The group works together to make a simple house out of dirt blocks. It's not pretty, but it keeps them safe. There's a funny moment where they argue about how to decorate the house. Natalie wants flowers, but Garrett says it's a waste of time. This part feels like a real Minecraft game, where you rush to build before nightfall. As they spend their first night in the shelter, Steve tells them more about the overworld. It's full of different places, like forests, deserts, and a dangerous place called the Nether. He also hints that something's wrong in the overworld. Villages are being attacked and monsters are acting weirder than usual. Steve thinks the group was brought here for a reason, but he doesn't know why yet. This makes the group nervous, but they trust Steve because he's kind and knows everything. The next morning, they set out on their journey to find the portal. The movie shows them walking through beautiful landscapes, like a forest with tall trees and a plains biome with cows and sheep. They start to bond as a team, even though they still argue sometimes. Garrett's trying to act like the leader, but he's not great at it. Natalie's getting braver, Henry's coming up with smart ideas, and Dawn's keeping everyone laughing. But danger's coming, and they're about to face their first big challenge. What do you think so far? Would you want to live in a blocky world like this? Drop a comment and let's keep going. Now the adventure really starts. The group, Garrett, Natalie, Henry, Dawn, and Steve, is traveling through the overworld to find the portal that'll take them home. But they run into trouble when they find a village under attack, and this part of the movie is super exciting. They reach a plains biome and see a village made of wooden houses with points. The villagers are friendly but don't talk much. They have big noses and make funny "herm" sounds, which makes Dawn laugh. The villagers trade items like bread and emeralds, and Steve explains they're peaceful people who farm and build. The group likes the village, and Natalie even helps a villager plant some carrots. But then, at night, zombies and skeletons attack the village. The monsters are scary, with glowing eyes and creepy noises. They break doors and try to hurt the villagers. The group is shocked. Steve says this isn't normal, and something's making the monsters stronger. The villagers hide, and Steve tells the group they have to fight to save the village. Garrett's scared but wants to help. Natalie's nervous but grabs a sword. Henry and Dawn are ready to fight too. The battle is intense. Steve leads the charge, swinging his sword at zombies. Garrett uses a pickaxe, but he's clumsy and almost hits Dawn by mistake. Henry makes a trap by digging a hole for the skeletons to fall into. Natalie surprises everyone by hitting a zombie with her sword, and she feels proud. Dawn's the star, yelling and smashing monsters like a superhero. There's a tense moment when a creeper sneaks up on Garrett, but Steve pushes him away just as it explodes, saving his life. The group works together, and they manage to drive the monsters away. The village is saved, but some houses are damaged. The villagers thank them with food and emeralds, and the group feels like heroes. This is a big moment because they start to believe in themselves. Garrett's proud of everyone. Natalie's more confident. Henry's ideas worked. And Dawn's joking about being a zombie slayer. Steve's happy but worried. He says the monsters are being controlled by something evil, and they need to find out what. The village scene is awesome because it shows the group becoming a team. It's also full of Minecraft vibes, with crafting, fighting, and building. The movie makes you feel like you're in the game. And it's easy to understand why the characters are scared but brave. What would you do in a zombie attack? Tell me in the comments. Let's see what happens next. The group's feeling good after saving the village, but Steve has bad news. To find the portal home, they need to go to the Nether, a dangerous place in the overworld. This part of the movie is super intense, with fire, lava, and new monsters. It's where the story gets even bigger. Steve explains that the Nether is like a fiery underground world. You get there by building a special portal with obsidian blocks and lighting it with flint and steel. The group's nervous. Garrett doesn't like the sound of lava, and Natalie's worried about getting lost. But Henry's excited to see new technology, and Dawn's ready for anything. They gather obsidian by mining with diamond pickaxes Steve found in a chest. It's hard work, but they do it together, and the movie shows them getting better at Minecraft skills. They build the portal, and it lights up with a purple glow. They step through, and suddenly they're in the Nether. It's a scary place. Red rocks, huge lava lakes, and glowing mushrooms. The air is hot, and there are weird noises. The group sticks close to Steve, who warns them about new monsters. Piglins, who love gold but attack if you don't wear gold armor. And blazes, flying fire creatures that shoot fireballs. There's also a massive fortress they need to reach, where Steve thinks they'll find a clue about the portal. The journey through the Nether is tough. They walk on narrow paths over lava, and Garrett almost falls, but Natalie grabs him. They find gold and trade with piglins, but Dawn accidentally angers one by taking its gold, and they have to run. The chase is funny but scary, with piglins grunting and chasing them. Henry uses a bow and arrow to slow them down, showing he's getting braver. When they reach the Nether fortress, it's huge, with dark bricks and long hallways. Blazes attack, and the group has to fight while dodging fireballs. Steve and Dawn take on the blazes, while Henry and Natalie search for the clue. They find a chest with a map that shows the portal's location, but it's guarded by a wither, a giant black monster with 3 heads that shoots exploding skulls. The wither's terrifying, and the group panics. The wither fight is one of the movie's biggest moments. Steve tells everyone to spread out. Garrett uses a shield to block skulls, but he's knocked back. Natalie and Henry build a quick wall to hide behind, and Dawn throws potions that Steve gave her, which hurt the wither. The group's teamwork is amazing. They're scared, but don't give up. Finally, Steve lands the last hit with an enchanted sword, and the wither explodes, dropping a glowing star. The group cheers, and Steve says the star might be key to opening the portal. But there's a twist. The map shows the portal is in a stronghold, another dangerous place, and the wither was just a test. Steve realizes someone, or something, is behind the overworld's problems, controlling the monsters and trying to stop them. The group's tired, but determined. They leave the Nether through another portal and end up back in the overworld, ready for their final mission. This Nether part is so exciting, with fire, fights, and teamwork. It shows how far the group's come. They're not just survivors anymore, they're heroes. What's your favorite Minecraft monster? Tell me below, and let's move to the big ending. We're almost at the end. The group, Garrett, Natalie, Henry, Dawn, and Steve, has the map and the star from the Nether. They're closer to finding the portal home, but the biggest challenge is coming. This final part of a Minecraft movie is full of action, heart, and surprises. The map leads them to a stronghold, a huge underground structure in the overworld. It's like a maze with stone walls, dark hallways, and traps like arrows shooting from walls. The group's nervous, but ready. Steve says the portal is in the stronghold's center, but it's guarded by something powerful. They travel through a jungle to reach it, fighting spiders and finding food to stay strong. Natalie's now confident, helping lead the way. Henry's using his smarts to avoid traps. Dawn and Garrett are joking, keeping everyone's spirits up. Inside the stronghold, they find the portal room. It's a big chamber with a frame made of strange blocks, but the portal's not active. Steve says the star they got from the wither needs to be placed in the frame to open it. But before they can, a mysterious figure appears, a shadowy character called the Overseer. The Overseer is the villain behind the overworld's problems, controlling the monsters to keep the world in chaos. The movie doesn't explain everything about the Overseer, but it's clear they're powerful and don't want the group to leave. The Overseer summons a huge army of monsters: zombies, skeletons, creepers, and even an ender dragon, a giant black dragon with purple eyes. The final battle is epic. The group fights back, using everything they've learned. Garrett swinging a diamond sword, taking on zombies. Natalie builds a tower to shoot arrows at the dragon. Henry makes TNT traps to blow up creepers. Dawn's throwing potions and yelling, "Not today, dragon!" Steve fights the Overseer, but it's tough. The Overseer uses magic to summon more monsters. There's a scary moment when the Ender Dragon knocks Garrett down and it looks like he's hurt. Natalie screams and runs to help him, showing how much she cares. The group rallies together, and Steve tells them to focus on the portal. Henry and Natalie place the star in the frame, and the portal starts glowing purple. But the Overseer tries to stop them, attacking Steve. Dawn and Garrett protect Steve, giving Henry and Natalie time to finish. The portal opens, but the group realizes they can't leave yet. The Overseer's still fighting, and the Overworld's in danger. They decide to stay and finish the battle, showing how much they've grown. They come up with a plan. Henry sets off a huge TNT explosion to weaken the Ender Dragon. Natalie and Dawn distract the monsters, and Garrett and Steve attack the Overseer. It's a team effort, and the movie makes you cheer for them. In the end, they defeat the Overseer with a final blow from Steve's sword, and the Ender Dragon falls after Natalie shoots a perfect arrow. The monsters disappear, and the overworld feels peaceful again. The group's exhausted, but happy. They go back to the portal, which is now fully open. Steve says he's staying in the overworld. It's his home, and he wants to rebuild the villages. The group's sad to leave him, but they hug and promise to remember him. They step through the portal and wake up in the real world, back at the arcade machine. It's like no time has passed, but they're different now. Garrett's inspired to chase his dreams again. Natalie's confident and shares her art. Henry's proud of his skills and makes new friends. Dawn quits her boring job to travel. They stay friends, meeting up to play Minecraft together, laughing about their adventure. The movie ends with them looking at the arcade machine, wondering if they'll ever go back. There's a hint that the overworld's still out there, setting up a possible sequel. It's a happy, heartwarming ending that makes you feel good. What did you think of the ending? Would you go through the portal? Let me know in the comments. Conclusion: why you should watch a Minecraft movie. And that's the full story of a Minecraft movie. I hope you enjoyed this explanation and feel like you've seen the whole adventure. It's a fun, exciting movie about friendship, courage, and creativity, with cool fights and funny moments. Whether you love Minecraft or just want a great story, it's worth watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button. It helps my channel grow. Subscribe and ring the bell for more movie explanations in simple English. Share this with your friends, especially if they're curious about a Minecraft movie. Check the description for timestamps and my socials and follow me for more fun content. One last question. Which character was your favorite? Garrett, Natalie, Henry, Dawn, or Steve? Drop it in the comments and I'll try to reply. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep dreaming big and stay awesome. Peace out.